everybody, happy Saturday. Doreen from Door Designs. I'm going to jump right into today's tutorial because I have a crazy busy weekend this weekend. Today's tutorial is going to be using a 24 to 25 inch Evergreen Swag. You can get these swags anywhere, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Honestly, I don't know where this came from. I'm sure it came from one of the wholesalers I use, maybe Sims Pottery. But once again, it's a 24, 25 inch swag, and I've got it filled in with some poly jute mesh that is, I use this one. You can use really any mesh you want because I'm only using this as a filler to kind of fill in and give my wreath some stuff to attach to and to cover up some of my evergreen. You really won't see much of the mesh. Like I said, I'm only using it for filler. So before you start sending me messages, I know that most of the mesh is going to be covered up by the time I get done. My attachment I'm going to use on today's tutorial is this really cute little Gingy. And I got the Gingy from Wreaths and More by KP. Wreaths and More by KP. I did get it last year, but I think there's still some on her site. Just a really cute. And what's nice, she's got the pipe cleaners on here to attach it. So we're just going to attach this cute little Gingy, and then we're going to design all the way around it. And you're going to see how easy it is to make such a cute little swag with not using a lot of product. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my Gingy first, and that way I can kind of see how much space I need to cover up. Let me untangle these. And I might put her a little bit at an angle. So all I'm doing is taking these pipe cleaners and feeding it through, and I'm going to tie it off on the back around the stem or the spine of the swag, the metal piece going down it. And I'm just going to twist it a few times. You don't have to put it on there super, super tight. And this Gingy is so cute, we're not going to have to add a ton of stuff to it. And there it is attached. And so you can see in the back it's going to come through, and I'll cut those off and kind of tuck those under. The mesh I did, like I said, was a 10-inch mesh, and I cut each piece about 20 inches long, and then I just scrunched it up and then just used my pine ties to secure it into the wreath. And then when I got down to the bottom, I did all of these horizontal, but then when I got to the bottom one, I did this vertical, so it's kind of coming the long way. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna make a bow, and I'm gonna use this red and white polka dot. This came from Sam's, I think last year. And then I'm gonna use this ribbon, and I'm praying I have enough of it left because it's my last little bit I've got. And it's got the peppermint. It's bringing in a little bit of the green, which we're gonna bring some of that in with the greenery. And this one came from Craft Outlet. And if I can read the number, it's 71002-05-88, I think, but I'll look at it when I get my glasses on. So let's go ahead and do a quick bow. I need to keep my little readers here on my designing table. And all I'm gonna do is just do kind of a simple little bow. I'm just twisting it and bringing it up. And then I'm going to layer my other ribbon right on top. And it's just a loop. And then I'm going to scrunch it, twist it, and do another loop. And we're going to add some streamers into this design. And each of these loops will probably be about 6 inches. I'm going to use a little zip tie, and then I'll use my pine ties to secure it to the wreath or swag. So just a quick little bow, nothing fancy. Just dovetail those. Look how cute she looks already. There it is with the bow in it. Okay, I'm gonna start adding some of my greenery or different things around it, but we're gonna put another bow down here, but I'm gonna do it later because I'm gonna use some big, I'll show you, some big candies and stuff in the design, and I think I'm gonna layer my bow a little bit on top of it. So I'm just gonna hold off just for a minute. I'm gonna be using this greenery right here. I got this at Hobby Lobby. I think it was originally like $4, so you got 50%. It was $3.99, so you got it for half off. And I don't think I'm actually gonna have to cut these apart. I think I can just kind of move them apart. So let's go ahead and start adding some of those. I'm gonna use, I'm gonna dip it in my electric skillet, or if you have a glue pot, I keep mine about 350 and I use Gorilla Glue sticks. When gluing it in, I'm going to try and glue it as much as I can to the actual evergreen. I love these tags because I can just cut them off. I want to make sure I get it attached. I'm cutting the length of the stem off a little bit. Whoops. Just going to hold that for a second. And you can use any greenery that you have on hand. Because we're going to cover this up with some different red and white. I squished her bow. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that, and I know there's some gaps, but I want to add some other pieces, and I don't want this to be completely surrounded by this greenery. I want to be able to add some other pieces. So I'm going to pop in a little bit of this white, and I got this at home, and it was $4.99, and I don't remember if it was on sale or not. I'm going to assume so, but I don't remember. Sorry. I'm going to cut this in half. I'll cut my fingernail off there. So I'm just adding some more little fun whimsy pieces to the design. Add a few more pieces. Somebody sent me a note, asked if I ever burn myself with my hot glue, and that answer is yes. Even though you may not have seen me do it, trust me, I have done it. It's one thing I try not to do. Okay, so we just put some white, and I just put it sporadically around, and I left it kind of loose, so it's got a movement to it. It's not real stiff. And see how the white brings out the rickrack, the white on her little body here? Make that loop a little bit smaller. Okay, let's add some of our fun. Okay, these come in a 2-pack. They come red and white at Hobby Lobby, and they were $8.99 or $9, and you can get them for half off. And I'm just going to stick 1 or 2 in our design. I'm going to hold that there just for a second. And then I'm going to put one up at the top. Hold that because I want it to dry. I want it to dry standing up. go. I might have to take my glue gun and glue that just a little bit tighter where I want it. And we're going to keep adding some fun little details. The next I'm going to add are some of these little, look like they have a little candy going around them. And I got those at, I'm not sure where I got those. They came like this. And the tag does not say where I got them. Sorry. Okay, here she is with the candy added. This one's going to have to move back because it looks like it's growing out of her head there. Okay, I'm going to add another bow here at the bottom. And I'm basically just going to do the same thing. We're going to do a nice short little tail. Pinch it. Twist it. Make your lip coming back up around. And then we're going to add some of our peppermint ribbon. And do the exact same thing. Make your loop, pinch it, twist it so the pretty side's facing you, and then bring it down and back up. And I'm going to zip tie it to this stem coming down. I can get it to feed through there. Yep, there it is. Turn this to the back, and then we're just going to fluff this up and trim down our tails a little bit. And then she is with our bottom bow. And then I'm going to add some more ribbon tails coming out of the side here. I'm just going to pull some of my pine ties forward and attach it to it. Just do a quick twist. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on the other side. So all I'm doing now is just kind of adding some more color, some more whimsy to it. So you can add as much ribbon or candy or anything that you would like. I'm going to do this just a little bit shorter to make it as full as what you want your design to be. I'm going to glue that so it stays up nice and straight. I'm going to add another piece right up there. Excuse me. Okay, and then I've got some little peppermint candies I want to add into it. These also came from Hobby Lobby. They were $1.49, so half off. rest of that tag off. And it's just kind of these little touches that really make your design stand out. And last one. Okay, guys, I think I'm done with her. And there she is, nice and sweet and full with the little extra added peppermints that match her little peppermint through. I might break that up just a little bit because when I look at it in the camera, it looks like she's got a little bit coming right there. So I might kind of tweak it a little bit. And I am going to glue this to make sure it stands up more. And I might put one more little thing in there. But typically after I do a design, I always kind of step back and then come back and look at it later. I always check to see if I've got any holes or gaps, or if I need to add anything, or sometimes I'll take stuff out because to me it looks a little too big. So I hope you've enjoyed today's design on the swag there, how easy it was. And then next week, I'm not sure what day, I'll put a post on my page. I'll be starting the my 12 days of Christmas. And I've got probably about 3/4 of designs in my head of what I'm going to be doing. If there's anything you guys would like to see me design for the 12 days of Christmas, just put a comment in this video. And when I go back and look at the notes, I'll write it down. Have a great weekend, and we'll be designing next week. Take care. Bye-bye.